Hey guys, Professor O'Kane here. What I'm going to be talking about today is our relationship as musicians with social media, and it's quite a sordid situation. Now, social media can be an amazing, dynamic, and inspiring environment where you can make some real connections with people you didn't know. It's also one of those kind of environments that can reinforce some of the false negative thoughts you have about yourself. It could start to chip away at relationships, and it could waste your valuable time, along with you could start to develop this insidious addiction that's going to suck all of the musical joy out of your life. Comparisons can easily become self-esteem destroyers, productivity destroyers, and it can become a way of life. And social media promotes that. Slot machines are more addictive than any other form of gambling. Now you might wonder, wait a second, why is he talking about slot machines? Follow me. Slot machines aren't more addictive because they just happen to be more addictive. They were designed that way. Many slot machines actually have done away with the massive lever because mousing is a lot quicker. The same experts who worked with slot machine companies on how to keep patrons sitting in front of the machine, pouring money into the machine endlessly, are the same people who help social media platforms figure out how to keep users in front of the screen. So we need to understand what a dependency on reinforcement actually does to us. First of all, I just want to open up by saying it is a fruitless, endless pursuit. Social media encourages it to happen and knows that we are going to be like the old story of the donkey and the carrot, following that carrot and occasionally getting it. It's just like with the slot machines, occasionally lets you win and maybe even has you win a lot of money. The same thing with social media. And what do you win? You get likes, you get positive comments. Maybe some negative, but you get a lot of comments. The algorithm will push your post and you get more likes. And that accesses the direct reward system in your brain. There is a reward system. You should know that there is your own little personal drug that is injected into your bloodstream every time you get one of those likes and one of those comments or anything that is a positive reinforcement. We've all felt the rush of dopamine. Getting likes, getting nice comments, having one of your heroes comment on one of your posts. Each drip of dopamine that you get is further encouraging and reinforcing your behavior. B.F. Skinner was a famous American psychologist. And he had a radical philosophy that said free will was all an illusion. His philosophy was called radical behaviorism. Instead of having free will, he believed that all human action was a direct result of conditioning. What more exemplifies that than social media? Social media is not about highlighting your crappiest moments or the 300 takes it took you to play that one particular passage. Sucks. It's about showing the best stuff. So that's where the bad feelings and the unhealthy thoughts about yourself can creep in. It doesn't end there, because the American Journal of Preventative Medicine says that even social media users who are saying that they are getting all this inspiration and making all these connections tend to feel more and more isolated. I mean, how can you not feel isolated when it seems like everybody's living their best life and you are struggling trying to get something together that you can't? I mean, it just makes you want to retract. And then what do you do in turn? You're like, you put down your instrument and you pick up your phone and you're just like, yeah, I'm just going to blow off some steam here and just relax while I'm on Instagram. So now you have a phenomenon that's called forecasting errors. So you think that you're going to be feeling better by scrolling through Instagram or checking out Facebook or Twitter. And then you see something that starts to irritate you, or you start making comparisons, or both of those things. And what happens? It's that cycle, and it starts to bring you down. It creates negative self-talk. It begins to suck that musical joy out of you and replaces it with the feeling of being alone, that you're not good enough, that there's no way you're ever going to get good enough because, like, check out this guy, check out that guy. It seems like everybody right now is an amazing player. One of the things that you can do is you can get an app that will disallow you to access your social media platforms after a certain amount of time. So you're going to use it for 15 minutes and it's going to disallow you to get on it again for the rest of the day. Now, I understand that that's going to be very, very difficult for a lot of people, but this is your ticket to mental freedom, positivity, productivity, especially if you're a content creator. You want to head in that direction and not head towards this constant endless comparison cycle that gets you nowhere. Okay, so the second thing you can do is take regular breaks from your desktop. You know, a lot of times you think, okay, I've gotten my phone sorted, I've got my app there, and then immediately you go right to the desktop and you access Instagram from there. Oh, don't worry, but I can't, it's not fully functional like it is on the phone. I'll just check out, see if I got any notifications. No. The third thing that you can do is turn off your notifications or set a bedtime for your notifications. So after noon, no more notifications. I know that's going to be a rough one. What you're doing is you're starting to break the bond that you have to your dopamine addiction. The fourth thing that you can do is unfollow accounts that are not positive influences on you. If you're following somebody that you know irritates you just so you can keep an eye on them, what do you think that that's doing to you? Well, you might say that account isn't doing anything to me, Professor, but if you add that account plus some bad comments plus not enough likes, well, you see where you're going with that. Number 5, mute keywords that trigger you. If you are easily triggered by profanity, mute them so they don't show up. Stay untriggered. How about follow some inspiring accounts? Okay, this is going to sound a little bit mushy, but on Instagram, I searched love and I found some stuff that I thought was really positive. And what a great feeling it was. So I want to head in that direction. It's amazing that when you start to take in positive messages, how that can affect your productivity. It's hard enough creating content of your own by yourself, driven by yourself without a due date. I mean, it really is taxing. So if you start bringing in some positivity in visually or orally, however, or both, it's amazing what that could do to your productivity. Okay, so the 7th thing that you can do, and this is good. I have to laugh. I got to laugh at myself because I know how many of my friends are going to be laughing at me right now. Control your comments. You got to control your comments. Take it from me, who has been banned from Facebook a number of times. I must confess. The way you comment on other people's posts directly affects how you're feeling. If you're using the comment section to sharpen your words, to see where you can jab people and where you can stick people, yeah, don't do it. It's going to backfire. First of all, you're going to get banned like I did. And if I may share a story with you, I was on Facebook and I got very involved with comments and I was nailing people and I got banned. It turns out that my timing was really stupid because I had all these great interviews that I had done and I had to sit on those interviews and I was not able to post them because of my big mouth. These social platforms are your business outlets, okay? And if you're not thinking of it as a business, maybe you should start doing that and you're going to act differently towards it. The 8th thing that you can do is be intentional when you go to use your social media. I'm going on social media to answer my comments. I'm going on social media to check how many views I have on my particular video. I mean, yes, we do get that little dopamine drip, and I get it. It's nice to get accolades when you work so hard, so hard to make a post. But if you use the analytics and then you act upon what those numbers are, you're going to be in a much better position than if you look at it, get upset, and then start scrolling. Start scrolling. That's what they want you to do, and that's what you really shouldn't do. Now, when I say that's what you shouldn't do, I mean, if you're feeling bad, don't make yourself feel worse by starting the whole comparison cycle again. Break it. If you see that your numbers are low, try and figure out why your numbers are low. Maybe allow yourself to check out a few inspiring posts and then put that thing away and start shedding, start practicing, start preparing for your next post. The 9th thing that you can do is take a break from social media. Take a break. Take a day break. Take an afternoon break. I remember, I'm in Miami, so I remember when a hurricane came through, we lost power and we had no mobile service. I had to take a mandatory break, and I had some kind of revelation that I wish I could access again. I remember feeling so refreshed. I certainly wasn't refreshed because we had no air condition and it was blazing hot, but I felt mentally refreshed having not been glued to social media. The 10th and probably most important thing that you can get going is find somebody to confide in. Find somebody that you can talk to about this. Perhaps you're thinking, well, it hasn't gotten that bad. It's okay to talk about the pressure you're feeling, the emotions that are arising from reading a certain thing. I'm very pro counselor or pro confiding in a friend or in a couple of friends. Make sure that they're trustworthy, because you want to be able to spill everything out so you know you're getting the honest reflection of what's going on. I hope you can apply some of the techniques and the ideas that I availed to you, and that your experience on social media as a musician is going to be a far more healthier journey than maybe it has been. Do me a favor and please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell.